Okay, so I'm gonna go a little bit more in depth for y'all about Form 7202 because I had people with some questions. So we're finna go over that. I'm gonna give y'all some breakdowns of what you'll need and a breakdown as far as how the funds add up to be the 36,000 and how you could get the 36,000. All right. Now you're not saying that you're gonna get the 36,000, but you could. You very well could. Now I'm gonna break down those circumstances for y'all. Now let's get this understood first and foremost. This is for the self-employed, not the employers. All right, for the self-employed, this is an extra tax credit that'll go on your taxes, that'll offset your taxes, and if it zeroes out, you'll get the money back. Now there's also no tax repercussion for the self-employed for this as well. All right, the self-employed will not pick this up as extra credit for on their taxes as income. This is not a credit that will be picked up as extra income on the taxes for self-employed. All right, get that understood. Now, if you don't have any employees and you're self-employed, this is for you. So the credit is calculated by taking your self-employment net earnings and dividing it by 260 days, which is 52 weeks times 5 days. So when you get that, you take your self-employment earnings and divide it by that number, and it'll come up with your daily rate. Then you get up to 10 days if you was out with COVID, and you get another 10 days if you had to take care of someone else that's in the household that had COVID. And you get up to 50 and 60 days if you had to take care of someone that's in your household that had to miss school due to COVID, or if they couldn't get any dependent care due to COVID because of, you know, the hospitals rejecting them, saying to stay home and take care of it, or if the hospital's ER or whatever was closed, or just couldn't get them in for any other reason. All right, so those dates range between April 1st of 2020 through September 31st of 2021 if you were out with COVID or had to care with someone else that had COVID within your household. How do you come up with the $36,200? Well, there is a max for each credit. You could get $511 a day tax credit if you're out with COVID for 10 days. So that's $5,110 tax credit. If you're out with COVID between April 1st of 2020 through March 31st of 2021, pay attention to these dates. If you're out with COVID from April 1st, 2021 to September 31st of 2021 for another 10 days, that's also another possible $5,110 that you could get. So if your self-employment net income earnings is only $2,000, you're not gonna get the max of the $511 a day or the max of the $5,110 for those 10 days. Now, you may not get all of it, but you'll get some, and this stuff still adds up. Now, if you're caring for someone with COVID, it's a maximum of 10 days for both periods, 10 days and 10 days. And that's a maximum of $200 a day, which could add up to be $2,000 for one period and for another. If you're caring for someone that's a household member because schools are closed and dependent care isn't available, that's up to 50 and 60 days in the same time period between April 1st of 2020 and September 30th of 2021. And that's a max of $12,000 each. So even if you can't keep up with all of this, you don't really have to. The only things that you're gonna really need to provide is your dates when you were out, or your loved one went out, your kid was out, whoever. You know, you need to provide that, and you also need to provide your self-income earnings. Other than that, you don't really have much to worry about. Now, they're not asking for much documentation as far as, you know, if you're an LLC, or, you know, if you have a DBA, or you're some type of independent contractor, S Corp, C Corp, whatever. They're not really asking for that information. Not saying that you don't need it. All right, so make sure you have that as well to provide for your tax professional so they can submit all this, you know, at one time, and there won't be no hiccups. All right, I advise you guys to take this to a tax professional that's seasoned. All right, when I say seasoned, I mean someone that got at least 10-20 years up under their belt. You know, even if it's 5, you know, take it to someone that's really seasoned. Don't take it to somebody that's been doing taxes for the past 2 years. I'm not saying that I got anything against them. I'm just saying that someone that's more seasoned will probably be the best for you as far as getting everything that you need and not, you know, making any hiccups or mistakes and stuff like that. You feel me? So yeah, your source is irs.gov. You can pull this form up. You don't even have to type in irs.gov. You can just pull up Form 7202, type it in Google. It's gonna pop up for you. You can print it out if you need to, read it or whatever, but you really just need this form to take to your tax professional, or they can pull it up for you, however, you know. So another thing I advise you guys to do as well, don't try to find excuses not to get this money, because it's available to a lot of people. A lot of people fit the mold and the criteria for this. They just don't know that this money is available. A lot of your peers are not gonna know that this money is available. Your people that you friends with on Facebook, they're not gonna know that this money is available neither. I'm giving you the source. Don't try to find other outside sources that's not the source or connected to the source trying to get information, because that's where you're gonna be steered wrong. All right, so irs.gov is your source. Okay, so 10,000 if you were caring for someone who was out of school and had no available dependent care. 12,000 if you also have that in that 60 days or in that second period, that's 22,000. $5,110 if you had COVID in the 2 periods, and that's a maximum of 10 days for both periods, and you were caring for someone. That's 2,000 plus 2,000, and you add all of that other stuff back up together, and it all equal up to be $36,220. Again, I'm not a tax professional, I'm not a CPA, I ain't none of that, so don't come on here asking me tax questions expecting answers, and I'm telling you I'm not a tax professional. All right, so also I'm gonna put the link in the description below, the IRS link, so you guys can go straight to it, so you can see the form, download it, print it out, whatever y'all gonna do. And also I'm gonna have the link in the description for the wholesale site as well, if y'all guys need wholesale apparel for your brands and all that good stuff, and also y'all can get the merch there as well. And also I'm doing a new merch drop this weekend, so make sure you guys stay tuned for that as well. And I got the vendor packs on sale too. They half off. I got one going for $180 and another for $250. So if you guys need vendors for your wholesale, or no matter whatever you do, I got something for everybody, man. So y'all check that out too. I'm gonna have the link for that as well in the description. If you're not subscribed, hit the subscribe button for me and hit that notification bell as well, and I'll catch y'all on the next one.